Hannah Arendt Butcher was an American philosopher and political theorist. Her many books and articles on topics ranging from totalitarianism to epistemology have had a lasting influence on political theory. Arendt is widely considered one of the most important political philosophers of the 20th century. Arendt was born in Hanover, Germany, but mostly raised in Königsberg in a secular merchant Jewish culture by parents who were politically progressive, meaning supporters of the Social Democrats. Her father died when she was 7, so she was raised by her mother and grandfather. After completing her secondary education, she studied at the University of Marburg under Martin Heidegger, with whom she had a brief affair, and he had a lasting influence on her thinking. She obtained her doctorate in philosophy in 1929 at the University of Heidelberg with Karl Jaspers. Hannah Arendt married Günther Stern in 1929, but soon began to encounter increasing anti-Semitism in 1930s Nazi Germany. Adolf Hitler came to power in 1933, and while researching anti-Semitic propaganda for the Zionist Federation of Germany in Berlin that year, Arendt was denounced and briefly imprisoned by the Gestapo. On release, she fled Germany, living in Czechoslovakia and Switzerland before settling in Paris. There she worked for Youth Aliyah, assisting young Jews to emigrate to Palestine. Divorcing Stern in 1937, she married Heinrich Blücher in 1940, but when Germany invaded France in 1940, she was detained by the French as an alien, despite having been stripped of her German citizenship in 1937. She escaped and made her way to the United States in 1941 via Portugal. She settled in New York, which remained her principal residence for the rest of her life. She became a writer and editor and worked for the Jewish Cultural Reconstruction, becoming an American citizen in 1950. With the publication of The Origins of Totalitarianism in 1951, her reputation as a thinker and writer was established, and a series of seminal works followed. These included The Human Condition in 1958, The Eichmann in Jerusalem, and On Revolution in 1963. She taught at many American universities while declining tenure-track appointments. She died suddenly of a heart attack in 1975 at the age of 69, leaving her last work, The Life of the Mind, unfinished. Her works cover a broad range of topics, but she is best known for those dealing with the nature of power and evil, as well as politics, direct democracy, authority, and totalitarianism. In the popular mind, she is best remembered for the controversy surrounding the trial of Adolf Eichmann, her attempt to explain how ordinary people become actors in totalitarian systems, which was considered an apologia, and for the phrase, the banality of evil. She is commemorated by institutions and journals devoted to her thinking, the Hannah Arendt Prize for Political Thinking, and in stamps, street names in schools, amongst other things.
Okay, now to talk about the characters in this story. There are mainly two characters in this story. It is the people and the totalitarianism leader. Okay, so the people are the citizens of a nation state, and they come from the state of French Revolution. They are the people who work in those states, and they form the body. They form the body politic and are the ultimate source of authority in functioning national states. And they are often mistaken for the mob or the masses, who are also the other two characters, and both of which are degeneration of the people. In the mid-19th century, the people get split into classes, allowing for the mob and the masses to take their appearance. So the people separate into two parts, the mob and the masses. For the mob, it consists of the refuse of all classes of society, and they always use extra things that are really violent and means to accomplish political goals, since they are not represented by parties that are based on their classes. And to talk about masses, the masses refers to mass of isolated, atomized individuals that is created by the destruction of the nation state. And the masses are not the same as the mob, and while the mob is the refuse of all classes, the masses are created by the apparent liquidation of classes. Now the last one is totalitarian leader, and the totalitarian leader is typified by Hitler and Stalin. The will of the totalitarian leader is the supreme law in a totalitarian regime, and all those who carry out this supreme law view themselves as merely instrument of the leader's will.
I will talk about the summary of the book, The Origin of Totalitarianism by Hannah Arendt. Is an in-depth analysis of the historical circumstances surrounding the rise of totalitarianism in the 20th century. It is split into three parts: anti-Semitism, imperialism, and totalitarianism. The first two sections are devoted to the historical developments in modern society from the 19th century until the crisis of the First World War that marks the beginning of totalitarianism success in Europe. The first section, anti-Semitism, investigates why anti-Semitism and the figure of the Jew play such an integral role in Nazi and totalitarian propaganda. Arendt argues that it is not mere coincidence that they were chosen as the victims of the horrors of totalitarianism, and that by investigating their relationship to society as a whole, one might learn why they became the object of so much hatred. To do this, Arendt studies their roles as financiers to the state and a special group in society that was not fully integrated into the nation state. This exceptional position puts them outside of class society and seems to connect them to the state, making them a target of hatred whenever a class or group came into conflict with the state. With the decline of the nation state, the influence of the Jewish elite also declined significantly, but at the same time, the influence of anti-Semitism as an ideology inexplicably seems to grow. The roots of the nation state in imperialism spells down for the Jewish people.